Once it arrives, 7-minute lab, they have another name.
God-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools if they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show.
In preparation for parachute.
Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know
that the parachute has deployed, and we are seeing
who's in the best-selling show.
Velocity. Our current velocity is
They're live on
per second at an altitude of about 12 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
It's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. And now the workers have struck for fame, 'cause Lennon's on sale again. See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds, to my mother, my dog and clowns. But the film is a sad thing for, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be writ again, as I ask you to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know who's in the best-selling show. Is their life on Mars?
It's still nerve-wracking. You still feel sick to your stomach. You know, it's all the same stuff that happens when you're just not sure.
Perseverance must deploy the parachute, jettison the heat shield and the back shell. Then it's time to fire up the retro rockets on the descent stage. Finally, the rover is winched down to the surface. It's called the sky crane. One failure, and it's game over. It all may seem a little harebrained, but the one time NASA tried it with the Curiosity rover in 2012, it worked like a charm. Of course, 25 years ago, this landing technique seemed kind of crazy too. But the old bounce and roll method delivered Pathfinder, Spirit, and Opportunity to the rusty regolith with no problems. The technique won't work for larger payloads, and it's not very precise. The broadside of a red barn comes to mind. But scientists want to land close to rugged terrain so they can easily inspect and sample water-formed rock outcroppings. They are the mother lode in the quest to understand the history of liquid water and maybe life on Mars. Perseverance is headed to do some prospecting in just such a place, the Jezero Crater.
The place we're going, Jezero Crater, is a fabulous landing site. And after we picked it a few years ago, the Mars 2020 science team really dug into what was there. And the more we looked, the more interesting it became.
But when I look at Jezero as somebody charged with landing the mission there, I see danger. But now, because we have a couple of new pieces of technology in our entry, descent, and landing system for Perseverance, we think we can go there safely.
The engineers and scientists came to terms by developing some new technology this time around. Perseverance is equipped with a so-called range trigger, which orients the craft and releases the parachute at just the right moment to home in on the landing site at Jezero. And there's another system called terrain relative navigation. As the craft is plummeting toward the surface, it will take a series of images looking for obstacles like boulders and hopefully steering away from them.
There's no way we could have done this mission 10 or even 5 years ago. When we did Curiosity, we would never have been able to land it as tightly as we're landing Perseverance in Jezero.
The team has tested all of this every which way it could imagine, but they all know Mars has a way of foiling even the smartest robotic spacefarers.
It wears on you, right? There's the fact that the entire mission's counting on you, and we want to make sure that we take that first step of that race without falling down.
At this point, there's little more they can do but hope that on game day, Perseverance will be true to its name. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Miles O'Brien. The red planet Mars is back in the news.